Hi everyone, it's Mike here from Guitar Prep School, and today we're going to talk about how to change chords on time. It's one of the most common questions that beginners ask because it's a massive hurdle when you're learning new chords. You have to learn the shape of the chords, and trying to change on time is a nightmare. And what beginners tend to do is say they've learned the A minor chord, say for example, and they want to go to say a G, right? They're strumming away, and then when they go to change chord, they tend to stop and they move their fingers one by one to get to the next chord, right? And it's that transition between chord to chord that you want to get right, isn't it? Right? Now, it's like everything new that you have to learn. With practice, it will come. But there's a simple little practice technique that you really need to do, right? Because this will help you big time. Because there are lots of things going on when you're trying to when you're trying to do this task, right? Changing chords on time, right? Your left hand, your fretting hand needs to know the shape of the chord, right? And it needs to be able to move at the right time. Your strumming hand has to keep to the rhythm without changing and stopping. Your strumming hand is constant all the time, going with the beat. All right. And while those two things are going on, your ears have to be listening to what you're actually playing to make sure that you're getting clean chords while you're playing and strumming them. So you're not sort of dampening any notes by touching them with other parts of the insides of your fingers, and so that you're muting them when you shouldn't be. Plus, your muscle memory needs to be trained up. Right, your muscle memory will kick in at the point when you know you have to change that chord, but you have to think ahead of when that chord change is going to take place. Right, let me give you an example. Before we go any further, let's just practice putting your fingers in a shape of a chord. Let's say A minor for now. Okay. Now, or you can choose any chord that you're comfortable with, right? Just place your fingers. No need to play anything at the minute. You can play any chord that you wish. Just place your fingers on the chord. Don't play nothing. Just hold them there. And without moving the position of your fingers, just take them off the fretboard for about a centimeter. Right? Just leave them where they are in the same position, but take them off the fretboard and then put them back on. Take them off and put them on. All right, take them back off and then put them back on. Now you keep repeating that process for about 5 or 10 times. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, right? Move them all together. You're not changing the shape of your fingers, right? So they're all, I mean, in that shape, the shape, I haven't moved my fingers. I've just taken them off the fretboard, and that's the shape. That's how my fingers are on the fret, right? See, I'm not moving them, right? That's the shape of my fingers, right? On the chord, right? And by on and off all at the same time, you know, all the fingers are huddled up together, so they should all move together. All right. Off, on, off, on. All right. Have a little rest. Move your fingers around a little bit. All right. Try a different chord. Let's say G. Okay. Put your fingers on the fret, on the strings in the shape of G. Take them off. Put them on. Take them off. Put them on. Take them off. Put them on. Take them off. All right. Now we're going to practice this just by doing one strum at a time. Okay. We'll start with the A minor. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So it doesn't matter about you not playing a chord when you're off, right? Just the main thing is when your fingers are on the chord, playing the chord, that it's a clean sounding chord. Okay. Off, on, off, on, off. And when you do the same with the G, on, off, on, off, on, off. So your hand doesn't change its position, whether you're on the fretboard or off the fretboard. Okay? Now the transition period changing from the one chord to the next. It's easier to do this while strumming to a rhythm, right? If we were to do a simple strumming pattern, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and, right? So the 8 beats. I'm doing an upstroke on the and in between all the beats. Okay, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. Now, I want you to try that. But when you get to the point where you're on 5, and 6, and 7, and that's when you need to be thinking of the next chord you're going to go to. Okay, you need to be thinking ahead of when you actually need to be on the next chord, right? Not waiting until the last beat and then thinking, oh yeah, I gotta change chord, right? Right? Think ahead before the beat. So when you're on like 5, 6, and 7, you need to be thinking of that chord. Your hand needs to be getting ready to move so that when you get to the next one beat, you're on that next chord of G, or whichever is your second chord that you're doing, right? For example, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Right? So you're thinking ahead. So everything is working in conjunction with itself. You know, your ears are listening to what you're actually playing, to making sure you're getting clean notes and listening to the beat and the strum, right? Your strum is staying consistent with the beat. It's not changing at all. Your mind is getting ready to send signals to your left hand to tell it which shape it needs to be in. It's your mind that causes the action, right? And when you're counting yourself in, just count yourself in at the right time. Be prepared for it before you need to do it, right? So let's do that again one more time. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Start thinking of the next chord. And 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Now, if you've got that far, try it with just 4 beats, not 8. Yeah? Right? So you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. I'm thinking of the next chord already. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. All right? You've just got to keep practicing. You've just got to keep practicing that every day. Every new chord you learn, keep practicing taking your fingers on and off, and it will happen. It will click. Okay? And, you know, every time you practice, your muscle memory will begin to develop. And, you know, as you're thinking a few strums ahead of yourself, you'll get there. You will get there. Just keep practicing. All right? So you're not on your own. You can't change chords in time at the moment, because it will come. You just got to keep practicing. All right? Even if it's only 15, 20 minutes every day, doing the same thing, the same mundane thing. Just keep doing it. Right? Experiment with different chords as well. Use chords that, you know, maybe you can use chords that are quite similar to each other to start as well. Like, you know, say A minor, right? And E is exactly the same shape. A minor and E is the same shape. You just moving all your fingers one string up. Okay. Or you could go from A minor to C, because you've only got to move one finger. These 2 fingers will stay where they are, right? So you're only moving your 3rd finger from there to there. Okay? So, you know, try different chords and, you know, stretch yourself, push yourself to try and get them all moving together on time. All right. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. And I hope this video has been helpful for you. And, you know, hit that like and subscribe button, because I need the support from my channel. It's brand new. All right. And I'll hope to see you again next week. So take care for now. All right. This is Mike from Guitar Prep School. And I'll see you again soon.